Hey everyone, today we're going to use the same American Beauty berry plant, and this time we're going to use the berries to make some jelly. And first thing you need to do is get some jars sterilized. You do that by boiling some water. Once it's on a rolling boil, a minute in there is good enough. And then we need to come over here. I have some water down here in this. Set this in here. Kind of separates the berries. You just got to go through this, get all the green stems, leaves, spiders, because there's usually some bugs and spiders crawling around in these berries. And once I get through that, I'll bring you to the next step. On a side note, with these berries, you can also use them to make a tea that's rich in antioxidants. Now that our jars and our berries are all washed and cleaned up and separated, we're going to put this on the boil. Okay, our berries are about halfway done. See how I just have a nice rolling boil? You don't want to have it super high. You don't want to be burning everything up. You want it to just kind of nicely, just like anything, the slower you cook it, the better. Alright, as we wait for this to get back to a boil, we're going to get our sugar ready. I'm not going to use regular white sugar this time, which I usually do use, but I don't really like it. We're going to use Florida cane sugar, 100% organic. So we'll make an all-natural jelly. I'm sure it'll taste fine. This stuff tastes better, in my opinion, than white sugar. And we're going to add our fruit pectin, and once we get that going, I'll get back to you on that step. Alright, now you got to get this boiling. We got all our ingredients in there. It's got a good boil. You got to get the right temperature so it gets a good rolling boil. Doesn't boil over. Make sure you watch it, because if you don't watch it, it can boil over. I've experienced that, and jelly went all over my stove. And I just kind of give it a little stir here and there, not a lot, and just let that keep rolling like that for a little while. You got to make sure you boil it enough where you get enough moisture out, and what I'm going to show you is how to do that with a cold plate in the freezer. I have one in there now, and once it gets done enough, I'm going to grab some and show you the right texture to look for. It's been a little while here, and I have my cold plate from the freezer. I'm going to grab a little bit of this. That's all you need. Just touch it down on there. Okay. See how that's getting goopy? It's not super runny. This here needs just a little bit more. With that run like that, I'm going to put it on just a little bit more and try it again and show you what it looks like then. Alright, we're going to give it a try again here. Same thing. Cold plate. Give it a second. See how that's barely running now? That means it's probably good to go. It should set. Sometimes I cook it a little bit longer just to be sure. Next we're going to take this off heat. You're going to let it sit for a little bit. Let that white foam there, let that build up. And you're going to take a spoon or whatever you got by you, and you're going to take and just kind of clump that up. It'll build up a little more, and you want to skim that off. You want to get rid of that. Now that you got your jars filled, you're ready to cap them off, and like I said, you can put golf wax in there to preserve them, or just put them in the fridge and use them up, which is what I do.